What's going on, guys? I'm back with another one, and I just watched a movie called There's Something Wrong with the Children, starring Alicia Wainwright, Amanda Crew, and Zach Guilford. Oh, yeah, and the Demon Kids. All right. First of all, I'm going to talk about something that I should have talked about a long time ago due to all the movies I've reviewed in the past. All right. Films with demon kids in them. Okay. Because in 1973, the OG Demon Kid movie came out, The Exorcist. Okay. You had this girl possessed with who knows what, running up the stairs on her back and hands, all right, doing things with crosses I'm not going to say or repeat, telling people to do things in hell that I'm not going to say, all right? And this was a first. This was a shocker to a lot of people. I think I've talked about this movie before in a lineup like this, all right? But it's just not the Demon Kid category. Yes, but she is considered a definite Demon Kid. Okay, to the fullest. Then in 1976, The Omen came out. All right. Now, I don't think I've seen this movie all the way through yet. I should get to that. But for what I know, this is the famous kid they call Damien. All right, 666. Okay, I hate saying that. That number is just creepy. But he is the famous one. It's the most famous Demon Kid out of all these. Yes, Exorcist was the first one to do it, but dang it, Damien took it all the way home. He took it home. All right, this is the famous Damien. The music in the background, 666. Somebody else did that first. I forgot who did that. All right, it had me just rolling, laughing. I'm soon to find out. Then in 1984. Children of the Corn came out. Now, this is another movie I haven't really seen all the way as well. But it's just, you just hear about it so much. You already felt like you watched the movie already. All right, these kids, they have to murder the adults in that town just to keep the harvest growing or whatever the crazy reason is for that. All right, and it's a very odd, creepy, scary movie. And it's a group of demon kids this time. A group of bad-ass kids. All right, that's what makes them so special. Then in 1989, Pet Cemetery came out. Now you're wondering, how does this have to do with anything we're talking about? Well, I just keep on remembering, and I've seen this all the way through, so I know what's up with this, okay? It's that little creepy-ass kid, okay, with the vein in his freaking head. With that vein going down, I don't know what's up with that. But as soon as he became undead, it was all downhill from there. That man should have never made that wish or that prayer or whatever he did to get that going. Not cool. Not cool. I don't know what I could think about that movie when I saw that. It really shook my core. It shook my core. All right. Then in 1993, The Good Son came out. Less demonish, but still a bad-ass kid. All right, Macaulay Culkin, for some reason, he played this role very well. Maybe a little too well. All right, maybe a little too good with that. And that's very telling. It's very telling because he was the kid that was just putting on this act like he was just so innocent, but he really wasn't. He was the good son. All right, really was not the good son. He was horrible. He was a horrible kid. All right, everybody could see it, but the family that he was with. Then in 2008, Eden Lake came out. Now, yes, I reviewed this movie a while back. So if you don't remember that, go back and check it. Watch that review again. All right. These teens in this movie were just they were trash. Those teens were trash. I don't know who the parents were, Well, you kind of see some during the end of the movie. I'm not gonna say too much about that if you haven't seen it yet, but so you get an idea of why some of them were like that, but not all of them. All of them were like that. All of them were like that. All of them were horrible, demonic, just messed up in the head. I don't know who raised the rest of these kids. I'm getting flashbacks now. I'm getting flashbacks. All right. Oh man. Because in 2009, Orphan came out. And let me tell you something about Orphan. I'm going to go immediately X this off the list. Because if you don't know by now what's going on, just fast forward to the actual review. Fast forward. Spoiler alert. That's not a kid. That's not a kid. Okay? So this doesn't count as your demon kid movie right here. That's not a kid. Read the history on this. Do the history. Research. Okay? You can't count this in. You can't count this in. All right? Immediately goes in the trash as far as that. And now we have there's something wrong with the children. And my thoughts are, will this be as good as the others? Will these kids be as evil, as bad as these other kids have been? We're about to find out. Let's go. There's something wrong with the children. For those who don't know, for those who are not aware, if you haven't seen this movie, or you're not aware of this movie by now, you're on a little trip right now in a cabin in the woods, just enjoying your time with a couple that has some kids that are a bit questionable. All right, so of course your attention is elsewhere right now. You have no idea what's going on, right? Don't play me, man. Don't play me. You should know by now. They're advertising movies so much. They're advertising this movie so damn much right now. You should know. You should know. There's something wrong with the children. Pretty much about this couple, Ben and Margaret, who go on a little camping trip. Of course, it's always a camping trip. It's always camping with their other couple friends who actually have kids. All right. And while on this little camping trip, there's some conversations and discussions that I had about people wanting kids and, maybe we should try it out. And so they all go to this little cave. There's a little walk they have into a little cave, an abandoned cave. And they should not even be going in there. And they go in there. All right. And they see this hole, a stairs that leads up to a hole. And then they look into the hole, and then down there's a deeper hole. And the kids, they run straight up to it, and they look down. And the kids look down a little too long, and to the point that the parents has to come and get the kids and grab them back for their safety. And the kids kind of turn around, and they're a little awkward acting. All right, something's wrong, and the kids are bleeding out of their nose for some damn reason, and the parents don't really see anything wrong with that. So later on that day, the other couple, wanting to show that they can take care of kids and they're ready for parenthood, they take care of their kids. And the kids are acting strange all damn night. Then in the morning, the kids magically disappear. This couple can't find them. They go, the man, Ben, goes out to that same spot where I guess he figured they would be, or they were just walking, leading them to it. They go in the cave. They fall in. He's freaking out. Okay. He comes back, not knowing what the hell's going on. He doesn't know what to say, but then he sees them again, or his girl sees them again, coming out of their parents' house again. And they know at this point and moment, this is not the same little boy and girl they saw fall in that well. And that's the premise of the movie. Yes, there's a lot going on with that premise, all right? Positives. These kids had one of the most creepiest demeanors ever. All right. It was hard to even look at their face. Once they were possessed, it was hard to even look at these kids. Okay. There was darkness around the eyes. These kids would smile, this creepy smile for no reason. And you let me put it like this. These kids are already like a little off. All right. And even Ben tells it to Thomas. Oh, Ben, he's something else. He actually tells the Thomas that his own kids are crazy. And Thomas takes it like a soldier. Like, he didn't just tell him that. So, anyways, yes. So there's the kids are already a little bit off, right? But then when they get possessed, it's just a whole nother level of demonic going on here. All right. It's the smiling for no reason. It's the creepy games, which I'm going to get into a little later on. All right. It's just there's something else going on with these kids too. I can't really say what else, but there's some kind of transformation happening within these kids' bodies. And it's I like the way the movie does this because they don't really show up close their transformation. You have to get it through shadows and images against the wall, and just you have to go off of what the character is seeing, because the characters are seeing this. We're not really seeing the full frontal view of what these kids are going through. All right, we can hear these kids making this bug noise the whole time. They're doing the bug noises. All right, so it gives you a little idea of what's going on with that. They're making these weird noises. And it's just so creepy. It's creepy as hell. Okay? Another positive. There's a lot of skeletons in these people's closets. All right? As soon as the kids start acting weird, there's a point in the movie where the whole boat is shook. And these kids, I think it's a part where one of the kids gets hurt. I'm not going to say too much. Really bad. I could be wrong. Or maybe before that. But this just starts a whole domino effect of all these nasty secrets being let out, man. Okay, we got some swinger stuff going on here that somebody wasn't supposed to tell somebody else earlier in the movie, but they opened their big mouth and said it, and now because of this, that's let out. We got mental health issues revealed about certain people. Okay. We got a lot going on here. All right. It's a lot of jealousy, that's revealed in here. It's dirtiness, just dirty stuff going back and forth through this with this whole couple. This entire friendship just crumbles to the ground so quickly because of these little badass kids. Oh my God. Oh, it's insane. It's insane. The things that are revealed are crazy. Okay. Another positive. The mind games. The mind games that these children play with Ben. Especially Ben. For some reason, they love to mess with Ben. Okay, and because Ben's going through some things already, they just felt like he was an easy target. And they would make Ben see bugs in a bag of chips, to them switching pills out like they're gonna poison their parents, and just crazy stuff, making Ben believe that he like mortally wounded one of the kids. And I can't go any further than what I'm going with that one. All right, it'll be a big spoiler, but they put Ben in a tight spot. It's that whole it feels like that whole cliche of I'm not crazy, I can prove it. The character that has to prove that he's not crazy. It kind of dwells into that, but then it does something that I like. All right, it does something that you're not going to expect with that, and so I didn't deem it a straight up cliche. And for that, I liked how they played those mind games. These kids, these little innocent kids, played these games. They were not talking like little kids anymore. There was a lot of cuss words and just creepy stuff that was coming out of these kids' mouths that I didn't feel comfortable even hearing. All right, I don't want to hear kids ever say stuff like that, but they were doing it. They were doing this. All right. Last positive. The mystery left behind. All right. There was a lot of stuff not explained in this movie about why these kids are possessed. What is the origin of the possessor? All right. They looked down this well and they fell, their bodies fell in this well. And they came back as something else that was talking like insects. And the transformation that was going on in those shadows. What was that all about? Why? Why is that? What is the story behind all of this? And it's not a bad thing. I like to leave some kind of mystery for a sequel. There might be a sequel to this. So I'm all for that. I'm all for the mystery with this. Bring it. I'm ready for part 2 if that's what that's insinuating. Okay? So good job with that as well. I like how that was presented. Kudos. Great job. Let's get to the negatives. First negative. Thomas's reaction to a lot of things were not accurate. All right. I'm just going to put it like this. Thomas is the father of these kids. Okay. Now he's already, they are half Hispanic and half white. So of course they know the Spanish, right? They know Spanish. Some of the things they were saying in Spanish were very strange. And he knows what they're saying. He knows what they're saying, but he treated it like it was like, oh, hey, yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Oh, yeah. And then later on, when one of the kids are supposedly mortally wounded, his reaction to the person who supposedly wounded one of these kids was not the reaction that a father should have. If your kids get hurt, if one of your kids get hurt from another person, I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. Oh, there's going to be a fight. There's going to be pain involved. Someone has to get hurt. In a situation like this, a little more than hurt. All right? And he didn't do any of that. He got angry, and his girl, she threw some hands out there, but that's about it. They called the police. They called the police out in the cabin in the woods where nobody's watching and nobody can hear anybody. You called the police out there for your kid getting hurt. No, that's not how that would have been handled in real life. But I digress. I don't want to say too much. All right. Another negative. The scary music was overused. There's music in the background that's played often throughout this movie. And in some instances, in some places it works. And then in a lot of places, it does not work. All right. There are times when they were just walking around and they touched something. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything to put that music there. They just touched the refrigerator door. Why did you play that music? It had nothing behind the door. Nothing like that. You are overusing the scary music. Okay. They did it a lot. All right. Another negative. Last negative. The parents couldn't tell that something was off with their kids. These are your kids. I don't care how weird the kids already are. You couldn't tell what's wrong with your kids already. All right. You couldn't see something off, strange with your own kids. that didn't rub me the right way. But you know what? I'm giving this a hell yes. That's right. I'm giving this a hell yes. Those kids were so damn scary that just made me it made me love this movie. I couldn't believe this early into 2023. I've already got a good horror movie on my list. All right. I want you to press that like button, subscribe, and you better share this.